Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Almost Martha. So today we're going to be enjoying some meatballs. We're going to make some Korean meatballs. It's going to be good and tasty, little soy sauce, little garlic, little glaze on top. Serve them with some rice. Oh, they're going to be so good. And you know what? They're going to be easy too. So hang with me, and today let's do something a little different. Let's make some Korean meatballs. All right, here we go. Here we go. So we're going to start with a pound of ground beef. And I'm going to use beef today. We'll try it another time, maybe with turkey, and see if we can get as much flavor out of it. But we're going to start with ground beef today to make our Korean meatballs. I also bought 2 bunches of green onions because I needed to get about a half cup of chopped green onions, but I'm gonna add this in slowly to make sure I'm not overwhelming the meat with too many onions. And I have some crackers, which I put in a nice little sandwich bag. And now I'm just gonna break these crackers up because I need about a half cup of crackers. These are club crackers. I love club crackers. I've always loved club crackers. They're so good and buttery and delicious. I use them when I make the Jean Georges chicken, which we're going to make too. And they're so good. You know, every time, and I ate a cracker a little while ago, and I was like, I remember going to restaurants when I was a kid, and they bring you like this little bit. Everybody would get like 2 little packs of crackers. You get like 4 crackers. And I would just try to, ration them until I got my salad or something. But you'd be very careful about how many crackers they gave you, because boy, you could really eat a lot because they were really good. So, and sometimes you would see club crackers in a restaurant. Sometimes you would see them called something like Captain's crackers or something. But that was a long time ago, boys and girls. long time ago. I don't think I've been to a restaurant that serves crackers like that in a very long time. Back in the olden days, boys and girls, we were grateful for our crackers. Yes. So that's great. This was almost like a little mini sleeve of the club crackers, which we now have smashed to smithereens. And we're gonna add it. This is gonna be all by hand. It's gonna be by hand, so get ready to make a mess. So I've got soy sauce, and I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I have my crackers. In the crackers go. I also have about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Just go right in there. And I have, here's my onions. So let's do this. I'm going to start with just that much. And let me just work this in. Oh, wait, you know what? I got to pull my rings off because they're going to get all full of meat. So 1 second. Okay, so I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to add some pepper. And not a lot of salt, because that soy sauce has a lot of salt. So a few grinds of salt, just to be on the safe side. And then in we go. But first I'm going to prepare my pan. So I got this. Isn't this great? This is a jelly roll pan that reminds me of a Le Creuset. It's all this, beautiful porcelain It's supposed to be great for non-stick, and all of this stuff cleans up beautifully. Sometimes it takes a little elbow grease in your Le Creuset, but it's worth it. It's worth it because it all comes off. If you keep at it, it all comes off. All right, now I'm just gonna work my way in. Okay, I am going to add just a little bit of egg in here. So that's almost an entire egg. Simply because the last time that I made these, the meatballs didn't hold together as well as I thought they should. So just a little bit of egg. And that's, if I'd had a smaller egg, that I would have used the whole thing. So here we go. All right. So now we are just going to form our little meatballs. And I think the amount of onion, I think, is pretty good. I had just a little bit more. So this was, I used not quite half a cup, but you can look at your mixture as you're putting it together and decide if you like more or less. I just don't want the onion to be so overwhelming. So slightly under half a cup. Okay. All right. And then I'm just going to place them on my greased cookie sheet because we're going to bake these. We're going to bake them at 425 degrees. If you have an air fryer, you can use your air fryer. I'm going to use the convection setting on my oven and see how hot we can get this baby. So we sort of want to get the results of frying without actually frying. And I would suggest just trying to make these as uniform as possible. So don't have gigantic ones and small ones. So you want them all to kind of cook at the same rate. Okay. Now, like they're not a cookie, so they're not going to rise. They're not going to get bigger. So just leave enough room between each meatball. So it's going to get the heat evenly, but you don't have to worry about them spreading out like you would something that you're baking. So here we are. Here's our beautiful little meatballs. They're about the size of a golf ball, which is what we should aim for. And I put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom, and I also just drizzled them with a little bit of sesame oil. Man, there's nothing that smells better than sesame oil. It just smells so, so good. And I just a little bit on the top. You can see a few little drops here and there, but this will give it a really nice flavor as these bake. So in the oven, 425 degrees for about 15 minutes. We'll give them a good check at that point. Okay. So what is a Korean meatball? I mean, what makes it Korean? We know what a meatball is. Well, it's all the ingredients, right? Korean meatballs are typically made from ground beef, mixed with garlic, green onions, and gochujang, a spicy fermented chili paste. And they're often served with a sweet and spicy glaze and can be enjoyed as an appetizer, a main dish, and are commonly paired with rice. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. So I put them in the oven. I turned them once just almost right before I pulled them out, but they look delicious. They smell really good. And now I just kind of want to finish these up. But before I finish these up, I kind of want to come clean. So I had a glaze because I really thought these needed a glaze. So I had a glaze that I was going to put on this, and I'm going to be using a Korean spice called, I think it's called gochujang. And I went to 2 stores today. I could not find it. I could not find it. I could not find it anywhere. All I could find was other kinds and Japanese spices and this and that, and I just couldn't find it. So I was going to pretend to make the sauce, and then I thought, well, that's not correct. That's not true. You want this to be authentic. You want it to be real, right? So instead of buying that spice, I bought Korean barbecue sauce, which is what we would be making with brown sugar and, rice vinegar. And so I will put the sauce for the glaze on the website. And if you can find that spice, God bless you, because 2 stores today couldn't find it, and I gave up. So now we're going to finish our meatballs with our Korean barbecue sauce. All right, because you guys, know I'm almost Martha. Almost is the real key word here. But I'm being totally honest and upfront. Just couldn't find it. But there were a couple kinds of Korean barbecue sauce. So I thought, okay, there you go. In essence, that's what I was making anyway. So I'm just going to roll this in that barbecue sauce. Boy, does that smell good. And I'm gonna have rice. I'm gonna place these on a bowl of rice with some little green garnish of some parsley. I'm just gonna sprinkle on top. You also can put scallions on top, anything for a little green, right? Ooh, boy, does that smell good. And then I'm gonna top it with some, toasted sesame seeds. I'm just gonna sprinkle those sesame seeds right on top. And there you go. Oh man, does that smell good. Ooh, heated up that barbecue sauce. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. It's probably going to be hot. You can see the steam coming off of it. Mm. Mm. Mmm. Mmm. That's really good. That meatball has a lot of flavor in it. A little bit of barbecue sauce on the outside. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Mmm. 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 How easy was that? You fried them in the oven, right? I bought barbecue sauce, and you can too. And that just makes it super, super easy, delicious, different, unique, fantastic. We're gonna have a good time out there tonight. So if you want this recipe, how to make these meatballs, and where to buy your Korean barbecue sauce, I'll put the sauce for the glaze. I'll keep looking for that. I'll keep looking for that spice. I'm gonna make it. But if you want the recipe for the meatballs, just go to almost-martha.com, where you'll find that along with all the other recipes that I've done. And guess what? I think I'm approaching a really big number. I think I've got a couple of videos up there about flour arranging and stuff like that, but I'm almost at 100 food videos. So I'll get the real count and I'll come back and tell you. So how fun is that? How fun is that? So go to almost-martha.com, get this, look at all the other recipes there. And thanks so much for stopping by. And we'll be doing something fun next time as well. All right, thanks a bunch.